Hello grade 12s, in today's session we are going to be taking a look at analytical geometry, but what we will be focusing more on are the circles. Let's look at this question here. It says determine the center and radius of a circle with equation x squared plus y squared plus 32x plus 16y plus 240 is equal to 0. How would we go about tackling a question like this? Think about it for a second. Yes, if you've said completing the square, you are absolutely right. Let's try to complete the square for this particular equation. How would we go about it? Think about it for a second. What we need to do is group the x's together and group the y's together. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this is x squared plus 32x. Then I'm going to leave some space and say plus y squared plus 16y. What I want to do next is I want to take the 240 to the right hand side. So this will be equal to negative 240. Now how do we complete the square? Yes, you've guessed right. What we need to do is take the coefficient of x and then divide it by 2 and then square it. But there's something that's very important that we need to look out for before we complete the square. What is it? Remember that the coefficient of x squared must always be 1. Let's check. Yes, the coefficient of x squared and the coefficient of y squared, those coefficients are 1. So we can proceed and complete the square. Now, we're going to say this is x squared plus 32x. Then what do? We take the coefficient of x, we divide it by 2, and then we square it. So 32 divided by 2 will give us 16. That we need to square, and then plus y squared plus what? 16y, and then plus 16 divided by 2 will give us 8, and then we need to square it. This is equal to negative 240 plus what? Plus 16 squared plus 8 squared. Just like that. Now we need to put this stuff in brackets. Here I'm just going to open my brackets like that, immediately put a squared, and then plus another set of brackets, immediately put a squared. And then here we're just going to rely on the calculator for that answer. We are going to get 80. Then let's check. How do we go about putting stuff in these brackets? We're going to say the square root of x squared, which is going to give us x. We consider only the positive one, right? I know it can be negative x or positive x, but here we're going to take positive x. And then we have positive and positive. We're going to put a positive sign there. Now we want 16. So the square root of 16 squared is just going to be 16. Then we're done for the first part. Now let's go to the next part. We are going to put a y and then plus 8. And this is our equation of the circle, right? What are the center and radius? So our center, C, has coordinates what? Negative 16 and negative 8. Now our radius is going to be what? Root of 80, right? Remember that this is r squared. It's not r. So if you are looking for r, you just need to what? Square root 80, and means that r is going to be the square root of 80, while the center coordinates are going to be negative 16 and negative 8. I hope that made sense. I will see you on the next video.